Tonight, I've got an update for you on a severe case of animal abuse here in Marion County. This involves a woman who'd been sentenced to 30 months in prison back in 2021 for crushing animals. Tonight, she and 2 others are now charged after officers discovered a dozen animals in a U-Haul living in grim conditions. Tonight, our Logan Gay tells us what else they discovered in that U-Haul.
Kyle Christie says he sees things a little differently since the day he and his neighbor met Krystal Scott, Krystal Bunch and Tresten Cannon.
In some ways, maybe even a little more paranoid. Just whenever I see dogs with people, I'm a little less trusting and just think things that I never thought before, which honestly isn't great, but I guess I'm on the lookout.
Now Scott, Bunch, and Cannon have been charged with cruelty to animals in Marion County, but the investigation started last month. Christie tells me he and his neighbors found a German Shepherd and had to hand him over to the group after they showed up and Scott claimed the dog was hers. Christie says that encounter raised red flags and led to a little detective work. He and his sister uncovered Scott's history of animal abuse in Howard County, sentenced for killing more than a dozen animals and posting the video on social media. He says they went looking for the 3 people, finding them in a U-Haul in a Hardee's parking lot. Then he flagged police. We just got court documents in this most recent case that lay out the disturbing allegations of what came next. The documents say authorities found 12 animals, dogs and cats, inside with no food or water. They say some of the kennels were so small the animals had no room to sit down without lying on their own urine and feces. According to those court documents, officers said the van smelled like dead animals. One of the officers reportedly found animal body parts in the van and dog collars with tags. Given Scott's history, Christie says he had his suspicions.
So that's not necessarily a shock, but to learn the details of it, it's not pleasant, and it just confirms your worst fears.
Indianapolis Animal Care Services took custody of all the animals, but no word on what happened to Bruno, that German Shepherd.
It's probably not the most realistic thing in the world to think that he's alive, but we haven't heard anything otherwise. So we're still holding out hope that we find Bruno.
Court documents say Cannon told officers they got many of the animals from social media. Christie says that's a big takeaway.
You need to do some vetting and make sure the people that are coming to pick up your dogs have good intentions.
And for good reason. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.